Hey guys, Lucky Zach here today, and today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, plants. I have loved them since I was little, and this video has been a lot of fun making, so without further ado, enjoy! So before we get started, let's talk about what a plant is. Now, a plant typically involves a system of leaves, a stem, and a system of roots. The roots bringing in nutrients and water, the stem being the base and support, and the leaves bringing in energy. Around 500 million years ago, and ancient algae back in the Cambrian period covered the seafloor. As years went on and on and on, many new species came from this algae until one of them found their way onto land. Now, on land, plants had never been there before, so they just pretty much went wild, making new designs, growing in new crazy ways, just trying whatever and everything they could to survive on this inhospitable land that had been there for however long. And soon, trees and other taller plants more structurally built started to spring up. Now, if I remember correctly, as you can see in those trees, that fern-style leaf was the first to really take off. Now, here we are in the current day. As you can see, this is my tomatoes. Me and David actually were growing these together. And we have cultivated plants to produce fruits and produce nutrients for us now. And as these years have gone on, the diverse population has gone crazy. There's over millions and millions of plants now, some living in frigid cold, other living in literal, what would kill us in minutes in the heat. And it's just extremely crazy to know that these plants started out just at the bottom of the ocean as algae. And here we have a tomato plant. Now, this tomato plant actually used to be a branch of another one that I snipped off and put into the dirt because I just decided to make a new one. And that's what's crazy about plants, is that they literally just can go wherever they want, however they want. They might get to a new area and not do so well, but in a matter of time, they'll evolve and become whatever that area needs. Without these plants, life would not exist. They've been fed upon, they've been used, and even now, we literally feed on them, we use them. We think they're pretty, we grow them purposely just because some flowers are prettier than others. And that's what's crazy to me, is that this is just my backyard, and yet just listening to the birds and listening to life, and all flowers just started out with someone seeing something they liked, picked it up, and decided to grow it because the color was nice. And everyone's played with a dandelion once in their life. I love dandelions. You just poof and boom everywhere. And I don't know if anyone knew this, but I imagine you did. Those are seeds. You're just spreading the seeds of that plant out. Also, sidetrack real quick. Did you know that dandelion salad exists? Like, what? That's crazy, man. Getting back on track, I wanted to show one of my old aquariums because I think it's crazy that plants are literally everywhere. Out in your garden, on the side of the street, in a glass box of water with your fish. They literally can exist anywhere they please, and yet we walk by them every day and don't think twice of them. We grow flowers, but then you don't really think about how that's a living thing. I don't know how many people sit down and look at this plant and think about how crazy it is that 500 million years ago, it didn't exist. That plant that you're staring at right now, its ancestor was just sitting at the bottom of the ocean, not being viewed, not being seen by anyone. And we have literal forests that have been here for millions of years, and yet no one really talks about them. These trees have been standing here against time. They've seen so much, they've heard so much, and yet no one ever talks about it. Life is beautiful, and it's crazy to imagine how long it's taken to get to this point. But without plants, none of it would be here. Without the existence of these beautiful flowers and these trees and everything, it would all just poof, gone, just like the dandelion seeds. In a moment's time, all of this could be gone. And that's what's crazy, is that all it took was for just a moment where cells on the bottom of the ocean grouped up into algae and created plants. And they may seem hardy, and they may have seemed like they've come through so much. They literally are the ones who colonized the undead world above water. Yet all it would take is one mistake by us, and we could kill them all easily. You've gone out, and I imagine you've ripped up a plant once in your life here and there, or you've seen how we're damaging the Amazon forest and everything, and it doesn't take much at all for us to destroy all this life. So at the end of the day, I guess the real question is, what kind of world do you want to leave behind? Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for being here. I'd like to say I'm not a professor. I didn't really talk about too many scientific things, but that's not what this channel's about. This channel is just about me talking about things I enjoy and why they are the way they are and how I view them. That being said, this is my first style of video, and I'm really glad to get this out because this is how I want the channel to be. I have other plans to do other videos and stuff, but this is the style that I want to get going. So, it's really sloppy, but I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I gotta go take care of my plants. So, peace.